Oh, hello, John. I'm just getting ready for one of my Christmas shoots.
Christmas pictures in the middle of summer?
Yeah, well, the holidays are starting earlier and earlier.
That's true. Oh, so are you ready to talk to me?
Well, I can't actually talk right now because I'm scheduled to interview people for the new position at my business. Let's see, who's the next person on the list? Next person. Oh no. John Adams. John, I had no idea you were applying for the job.
Well, I am, so are you going to interview me or not?
Well, fine, but don't expect any special treatment just because you're my friend. You need to have a really impressive resume.
It just so happens that I do. I have been mayor of Waldburg for about 4 years now. I have been the manager at the Waldburg Inn for a year. And, well, I'm just an all-around very talented person.
So, what sort of special talents do you think you'll bring to this job?
Many. What exactly is the job?
You're applying for the position, you don't even know what it is.
Janitor? Renovator, receptionist, astrologer.
Astrologer? John, what kind of business do you think this is? I'm looking for an accountant.
Accountant. See, I was getting there. It just didn't give me enough time to answer.
So, John, why exactly do you want this job?
Well, my managerial job at the Waldburg Inn is only part-time, and being mayor of such a small town is pretty easy most of the time, so I want something to fill up my free time. Oh, but the downside is, if I get the job, I won't have as much time to visit you.
Oh, well, really? Well, I will take that into consideration. Anyway, well, thank you, John, but don't call us, we'll call you. And I am expecting a lot of people to apply for this job, so...
Well then, may the best man win. Bye, Charlotte. Charlotte, to prove to you that I could be a good accountant, I brought you your mail. And now, for my next feat, I shall separate it into bills and junk mail. Let's see. Bill, junk mail, bill, junk mail.
Wait. What is this? No, it couldn't be.
What is it?
Well, it's a letter from my old boyfriend. The one who moved to Florida? Oh no, but it couldn't be him. It's probably just another person with the exact same name.
Well, that is very possible, if it's a common name. What is it?
Alistair Hayes?
Can't say I ever heard that one before.
I used to call him Al. We dated for 2 years before he moved to Florida and ended the relationship. But this letter can't be from him. It's been 5 years since we've spoken. You're right, it's probably junk mail.
Oh, come on, Charlotte, that's ridiculous. Why don't you want to open it?
I don't know, I'm just kind of afraid it'll conjure up bad memories. Hey!
Well, if you won't open it, then I will.
That's not fair, you're taller than me.
I can't help that I have the advantage.
You also can't help your stupidity. Now, if you don't mind, I will read my letter. Oh my gosh. He's moving back to Denver and he wants to see me.
Hey, why did you put it back in the junk mail pile?
I can't go through with it. Not after how much he hurt me before. I'm just afraid he'll do it again. You know, what if nothing has changed in the past 5 years? I can't go through with it.
Well, suit yourself, Charlotte, but if you change your mind, just remember that it was I, your future accountant, who brought that letter to you.
Get out of here.
See ya.
Well, so I was reading this book, and I just thought that maybe you'd really enjoy it as well. It seems like your kind of thing.
Oh, thank you so much. But that's not the only thing you came over to talk about, is it?
What do you mean?
I could tell from the sound of your voice when you called me yesterday that something is on your mind.
Well, as a matter of fact, there is something that's been bothering me.
Wait, Is this a letter from your old boyfriend, Al?
Yep, that's the one.
Oh, well, Charlotte, this is great. This says he's going to stay here for a night on his way to Denver. Are you going to pick him up at the train station?
I don't know. I guess that's sort of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, go ahead, talk.
Just, I'm not sure I can handle seeing him again. He broke up with me, and it really hurt.
Oh, well, we all go through things like that once in a while. Why did he break it off with you?
Well, he wanted to take the relationship in a direction that I didn't want to go, so he moved on, and I didn't.
Well, maybe he's coming back to visit you because he changed.
Well, but what if I haven't changed enough to suit him?
You shouldn't have to change if you don't want to. If it's meant to be, you'll be able to work out your differences.
Hey Blanche, are you busy right now?
If you're talking to me, my name's Caroline.
Seriously? I've known you for over a year. You'd think I'd be able to get your name by now.
I wouldn't necessarily think that. Would you, Caroline?
No, not of John.
Well then, I guess it's okay if I mess up your name whenever I want.
To answer your question, John, I am busy right now. We're talking about Charlotte's ex-boyfriend.
Oh my gosh, don't you think they should get back together?
Yes, totally, but Charlotte tells me she's a little...
But she'll never know unless she tries, and she'll always regret it if she doesn't.
Yes, totally agree.
You know, guys, gossip really doesn't work that well when the person you're talking about is in the room. But I think I am going to meet Al at the train station tomorrow. I kind of want to give this thing a shot.
Are you sure that's what you want, Charlotte?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe he has changed. Well, see ya.
So, what's for dinner?
Oh my gosh, Charlotte, how have you been? Sit down. You haven't changed a bit.
Hi, Al, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How have you been doing?
I'm good. I started
Yeah?
my own photography
Yeah,
business.
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, come on. What do you say? How about we skip the awkward chit-chat and pick things up where we left them off?
I don't know, Al. I was thinking maybe we could sort of take things slow. Well, I mean, my car's parked over there, so if we could just pick up your bags, maybe we can go get some coffee and... I mean, what hotel are you staying at?
Well, actually, Charlotte, I was hoping that maybe I could spend the night with you.
What? Oh, what are you talking about, Al? We haven't seen each other for 5 years. I told you I wanted to take things slow.
Oh, come on, Charlotte. You've always been like this. I thought maybe you've changed. You need to grow up.
No, Al. You're the one that needs to grow up. Oh, you know, there's one more thing that I never realized before. I have changed.
No, you haven't, Charlotte.
Yes, I have. I finally got over you.
Yeah, whatever. I know you. You'll be back. Wait a minute, my ride!
So Charlotte, how did things go? Are you back together with Al?
No, John. Actually, quite the opposite.
Really? Then why are you acting so happy?
Well, because for years I've thought of Al as the one that got away, and then I'd never find anybody as good as him. But finally, I've realized that I'm the one that got away from him. And I'm free to live and love who I want.
Hey, it's funny you should mention that, because I have a friend I'd like to set you up with.
No, John. I've also realized that if it's meant to be, love will find me.
I just had a great idea. You go hide somewhere, and I'll have my friend find you. Hey Charlotte, so I brought those musical tapes you wanted to listen to.
Oh, thank you, John. I really love classical music. I'm glad you had those songs I wanted to listen to.
Sure, I don't listen to them anymore anyway, so you can keep them as long as you want.
John, these are 8-track tapes. Nobody has listened to these in 30 years.
Really? Huh. Then I guess you'll be the first one in 3 decades to break the cycle.
No, but John, I can't use these. I don't have an 8-track tape player.
Oh, that might be a problem then. Oh, but I do have a new CD that I picked up recently. It's by a new emerging artist. Her name is Madame Tamasha.
Madame Tamasha? Is she any good?
I don't know. It was so repetitive and computerized, but we could listen to it if you want.
Oh, this really is terrible. It certainly doesn't compare to Beethoven.
Was he a rapper too?
No, John, Beethoven was just one of the best classical composers ever. This is kind of catchy, though.
Well, if you like it that much, Charlotte, it's better than me. You can keep it. Meanwhile, I'm going to go see if I can get an 8-track tape player to play these.
Good luck with that.
See ya.
Madame Tamasha. I wonder who she is. Whoa! That's a weird picture. What is she wearing? Jeez, these pop artists are so weird nowadays. Oh.
Charlotte, where are you? Charlotte! Ah! Oh my gosh, you scared me, Charlotte.
Who's Charlotte? I'm Madame Tamasha.
What are you talking about? Get those weird rags off.
Well, why? I had to go on tour. I need to keep up my image.
Caroline, you need to get over here really fast. Something really weird has gotten into Charlotte.
My name is Madame Tamasha, and I'm going on tour.
Stop this nonsense, Charlotte.
No.
Take all this silly stuff
Oh my
and
God.
come back to your senses.
No, I'm going on tour, but first I'm going to the grocery store to get more vodka and the new radio player. Yeah.
Caroline, we're on the move.
Epic!
Charlotte, you scared me.
Hey, so my name is Madame Tamasha, and I have a CD, and I really want to play it for you so that you'll buy it.
What are you talking about?
Okay, So, I'm Madame Tamasha, and the world is filled
Caroline, we need to get here right away. She's at Mr. Simon's house.
What's going on?
Charlotte's gone crazy. She thinks she's Madame Tamasha.
Who?
She's a pop singer. For some reason, Charlotte started acting like her.
And that is my story, and it's all about glitter.
Charlotte, you need to snap out of this.
No.
You need to listen to me.
So sir, how do you like the song? I mean, it sounds better on the CD because it's auto-tuned.
No, Charlotte, listen to Mr. Simon. He has experience with this sort of thing. He has mood swings, you know.
I do not.
What's going on? Goodness, Charlotte! So, hi, I'm Madame Tamasha, and I'm a singer, and I have my own line of perfume. It smells like glitter.
Charlotte, listen to me. You are not Madame Tamasha. You're Charlotte Ferris.
No, I'm Madame Tamasha!
Yeah, and Mr. Simon doesn't have mood swings.
I don't.
What happened? Where am I? Oh, what am I wearing? What is this?
Charlotte, look at yourself.
Oh my gosh! I look like Madame Tamasha. Oh, I remember what happened. I was taking a nap and I was listening to her music. I must have been sleepwalking, half dreaming I was her. John, are you okay? You hit your head pretty hard.
You think you're Madame Tamasha? I'm Madame Tamasha. I'm going on tour.
Oh no, not again.
Hello, this is Matthew Jameson of the National Photography Talk Show. In the news today, the new Canon camera line offers better zoom than previous models. Out of Paris, a breakthrough in lens technology allows for clearer pictures. And finally, the New York Photography Convention opens to a full house. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Come in.
Hey Charlotte, what's up today?
Shh. I'm watching the news.
Oh, are they talking about the violence in the Middle East?
No, I was talking about this breakthrough technology in camera lenses. Isn't it exciting?
But that violence story is like breaking news. All the other networks are covering it. What station is this?
It's the National Photography Network, or NPN.
Photography Network? Charlotte, you've got to be kidding me.
What? It's my favorite channel. They have all the photography news and this great talk show that discusses relevant photography issues.
Charlotte, listen to yourself. I think you're taking this whole photography thing a little too seriously.
Well, it is my career. I should take it seriously. Oh wait, it's Matthew Jameson. He's the head host of the talk show.
Welcome back. Our first issue of the day is the New York Convention. A controversial new camera was unveiled this morning with a modernist design. As you know, the controversy grows over its price tag. Now, we'd like to open the show to our callers. If you think you have something to contribute to the show, please call 555-5789. Thank you.
Oh, that design. I saw pictures of it. It just burns me up.
Charlotte, it's only a camera.
We already have our first caller, calling from Maine. Jason, welcome to the program, Jason.
Thanks, man. I just gotta say, this new camera looks amazing. It has a neat layout, a clean, functional design. I just don't know how anyone could resist buying it.
Good point, Jason. The camera is well designed, but who can afford it at that price tag in the real world?
Oh, that's it. I'm calling in.
This should be interesting.
Hello, this is Charlotte Ferris from Colorado.
Oh, and we have another caller, Charlotte from Colorado. Welcome to the program, Charlotte.
Hello, Mr. Jameson. I just wanted to say that I am disgusted with this attitude some camera companies have that doesn't keep the consumer in mind. These streamlined features look so hard to use, and the price is ridiculous.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Well-priced products will sell well.
You are absolutely right, Matt.
Oh, now you're on a first-name basis.
Well, of course, he agrees with me.
That's it. I'm leaving. I'll be back when you're sane.
Like you're one to talk.
Paris has had a history of creating new designs in fashion. Now they are in the news for photography. With their new lens design, a lens that is...
Charlotte, are you still watching this dumb show?
What? It's only been 3 hours. The show goes on for another 2. They're talking about these new lenses that were developed in Paris last week. I just called in again.
We are currently taking more calls. First of all, we have Charlotte Ferris of Colorado again. Charlotte, welcome back to the show. What is your opinion on the Paris lens?
I think it is too expensive to produce and will translate to higher prices. And I know that, like, with my photography company, we are just getting off the ground, and we really cannot afford to pay prices that are that...
Hello, National Photography Network. This is Henry from Kentucky. I'd like to talk on your program.
Prices that are that...
Hold on a minute, Charlotte. We just got another caller. Hello, Henry from Kentucky.
Hi, Matt. I really like the Paris lens. It'll be really good for taking pictures.
Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. Nobody in their right mind would buy that lens.
Charlotte, you have some good points, but Henry, would you buy the lens?
Well, of course.
You're just saying that. In the end, the consumer always demands low prices.
But Charlotte, you got that tripod for your shop that was more expensive, even though I recommended the one that was on sale.
Wait a minute. Aha!
This is Matthew Jameson and you're watching National Photography Talk Show. We are broadcasting live from our studio in New York today, but tomorrow we'll be back in Philadelphia to talk to some locals about their opinions of photography. In the meantime, let's be...
Charlotte, are you ready to go? Charlotte?
Oh, no, John, leave me alone. I'm watching the National Photography Talk Show.
But you said 10 minutes ago that you were going to come help me clear the yard.
Well, it'll have to wait. I can't miss this episode. They're talking about economic struggles for photography studios.
I really don't know what could be good about this dumb show.
For our first major story, we go to Alan Matthews in Miami.
Thanks, Matt. You know, I just came back from visiting a major camera parts manufacturer, and recent reports say that production is up 20% this quarter. 20%, that's pretty significant. And analysts say this is likely due to recent rebates on cameras and sales for the holiday season. Now, we're currently not really sure whether this trend will continue, but we hope so for the sake of camera companies in the future.
Thank you, Alan. And now we move to Will Chatter from the Denver, Colorado area. Will says...
Thanks, man. I work for a company called Denver Photo Supply, and we've recently seen a similar uptick.
I can't believe it. Will is a correspondent on the show.
Really? I'm surprised that the broadcasting block is long enough to fit in one of his monologues.
Thank you. Well, we are currently looking for a new correspondent in the Denver area. If you're interested in applying, please call our number 555-5789 and we will give you instructions for sending in on an audition. Now, to a message from one of our sponsors.
I can't believe it. They're looking for a correspondent in the Denver area. I am definitely going to apply. Do you think I'll get the job?
I certainly hope not. This show makes you crazy enough as it is. I'm leaving.
Okay, John. Good to see you, and would you stand right about there?
What's going on? What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to interview you for my feature story, and I'm going to use that for my application.
Oh, gee, Charlotte, I was hoping you would have forgotten about that silly position.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, John, just answer my questions honestly.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is your favorite type of camera?
One that takes good pictures.
Come on, John. Be serious.
I am being serious for once, Charlotte. I don't know a single thing about cameras.
So, do you know anything about the recent court case between Simmons and Colorado about public photography?
They had a court case about cameras?
Okay, do you know what pixelization is?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, great. So, how do you get rid of pixelization, and what software do you use?
Get rid of it? Why would you want to get rid of it? It looks cool, like an 80s video game.
John, if you're not going to cooperate, then I will find somebody who will.
Thank you.
Come in.
Oh no, Charlotte, don't tell me this show is about to start again.
Yes, it is. But wait, they're going to announce who the new correspondent is.
Don't get your hopes up too high if any of the other interviews went like mine.
Oh, they did. But I changed the concept of my feature story to why people should be educated about photography. Shh, the show is starting.
This is Matthew Jameson again on the National Photography Talk Show. In the news today, retail outlets, slash photo paper prices, Nikon's epic advertising campaign, and new developments in the Simmons versus Colorado case. But first, we'd like to introduce you to our new Denver correspondent, Charlotte Ferris of the Walkberg Photography Studio.
Well, congratulations, Charlotte, I guess.
And here is Charlotte's first feature story for our show entitled Why Photography Education Must Expand.
Photography education courses are being cut all across the country, leading to detrimental losses in safety. What should one do if silver halidide is accidentally gotten in the eye?
I honestly have no idea.
Any educated photographer would know that the correct answer is to wash it out. Lack of photography education can also lead to grave perversions of the mind. How do you deal with removing the pixelization, and what software do you use?
Why would you want to get rid of it? It looks cool, like an 80s video game.
Lack of photography education can also lead to bipolar disorder. I recently had a talk with my landlord who has mood swings and made a very startling discovery. Mr. Simon, are you educated in photography?
No.
As you can see, these shocking discoveries prove that we need more photography education programs. We must stop this problem before it gets worse.
Thank you, Miss Ferris, for bringing this issue to light. And now we'd like to have a moment of silence in honor to those who have been plagued with the lack of photography education.
So, John, what did you think of my story? Wasn't it moving?
Charlotte, I never thought I would say this to you, but you're crazy.
Come in.
Hey, Charlotte. So, any job applicants for that position in your photography studio?
Yes, of course.
Anyone other than me?
Well, no.
Come on, Charlotte. When are you going to hire me for the job? What do I have to do to get it?
Become competent?
Darn, I was afraid you might say something like that. Couldn't you just hire me out of pity?
Would you really want that?
Yes!
Look, I'm sorry, John. I really can't talk about it right now. I have to leave for the doctors in a few minutes.
The doctors? What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm just going to see the dermatologist about this funny spot that I have on my skin.
Did you try washing it off? Once I had a funny spot on my skin and it turned out to be highlighter.
It's not that kind of spot, John. It's just a little mark that I'm a little worried about. I just want to go to the dermatologist to make sure it's not anything dangerous.
Charlotte, you're getting all hyped up about nothing. I never go to the doctor.
And how's that working out for you? Gosh, please wash your hands before you go.
Yeah, but...
John, what are you still doing here?
Oh, I'm talking to Will.
I should have guessed.
Is that Charlotte, John? Let me talk to her.
Will wants to talk with you, Charlotte.
Tell him I'm not in the mood.
She's not in the mood, Will.
That's okay, I'll do all the talking. She won't even have to say a word.
He's still asking for you.
Tell him I just left.
She just left.
You mean she came in and just left? Where did she go?
Wait, where did you go?
I don't know. Just make something up.
She doesn't know. She just vanished into thin air.
That's totally awesome. I heard that there was actually a scientific theory behind that. It involved a fish and an orangutan.
Wait a minute, Will. This is amazing. I feel like I'm vanishing too. Bye. Charlotte, what's wrong?
Nothing. Oh, nothing. I'm sorry. I just had something in my eye.
Oh, well, is that all? And here I was worried that something was seriously wrong with you. Well, I guess I'd better be going. Charlotte, there really is something wrong, isn't there?
I don't know.
Oh, Charlotte, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's such a shame. Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, John, stop it. You have no idea what I'm saying.
Yes, I do. You said... See, I understood it. I just don't know what it means. Maybe if you write it down.
No, just give me a second to compose myself. Okay. Okay, that's better.
Well, now tell me what's wrong.
Well, I went to the dermatologist and he removed the spot on my arm.
What a jerk. You shouldn't have let him steal it from you if you liked it that much. No wonder you're upset.
No, John, you don't get it. It might be skin cancer. He's having it tested.
See, that's why I never go to the doctor. You have a checkup and next thing you know you have some disease.
No, John, that's why you go to the doctor, to catch these things early.
Oh, well then maybe I should go to the doctor.
Yes, you should. I just really hope they caught mine early enough.
It'll be okay, Charlotte. It'll be okay.
So, the results should be coming in the mail now any day. I'm pretty nervous.
Well, I understand. I know people have been in your situation, and it is really scary.
It's just so unbelievable that this should happen now as I'm starting my business and things seem to be going so well.
There is no good answer to that question, Charlotte. All I can say is be strong, and I'll be here for you when you need me.
Thanks, Caroline. I'm just so nervous about that letter.
Well, just take a deep breath. Nothing is for certain yet. Prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and don't overreact to things prematurely.
I'll try. I mean, I guess simply worrying won't help anything anyway. Oh, and there's somebody at the door. I will call you first thing when I get the results. See ya.
Hey Charlotte, I forgot about something I had to give you the other day.
Okay, John, but can I wait a minute? I need to go check the mail.
Oh, it's okay. I need to go get what I have for you anyway. Charlotte, where are you? There's someone in your closet. It could be a robber. Charlotte!
John, it's just me. I locked myself in the closet.
Mr. Simon, is that you?
Oh, for heaven's sake, you know it's me. Please just let me out.
Oh, it's Charlotte.
Wait, what are all those cassettes?
Oh, they're from your message machine.
But my message machine only has one.
Oh, you see, Will was leaving a message, so I kept switching out the tapes so that you could get the whole thing.
Couldn't have just let the one run out?
Oh, but Charlotte, it was such a nice message. He was encouraging you. You see, I told him about your health concerns.
Well, I'll take your word for it. I really don't have time to listen to all of it. It really was nice of him to be so concerned, though. Oh, and speaking of concerns, I haven't even checked my mail yet. Oh, John, you open it. I'm really too nervous.
Okay. Oh no, Charlotte, this can't be good. All these big words.
Wait, no, what does it say?
It says that the spot was benigna. Oh, Charlotte, I'm so sorry.
Benigna? Oh no. No, it's benign. The spot was benign.
What does that mean?
It means that I don't have cancer. Oh, man. Okay, I need to call Caroline.
And Will.
And Will. And by the way, thank you for being so supportive. It really meant a lot to me.
Well, since I was so supportive, maybe you could repay me?
Well, what did you have in mind?
That job in your photography studio.
John, can you hand me that tripod? I might as well get sort of fixed up while I wait for my new camera. Then it'll look nice for all the Christmas pictures. I'm expecting a huge influx of customers.
Well, why don't you hire me to help out?
I'm still waiting for other applicants.
Trust me, Charlotte, if you don't have any other applicants yet, they're never going to come. Oh, by the way, what happened to your old camera anyway?
Oh, I would really rather not say. It's kind of an embarrassing secret.
Ooh, those are my favorite kind. Come on, tell me.
Oh, you have to promise not to tell anybody, okay?
I promise.
Okay.
You dropped your camera in the toilet?
John, I told you not to tell anybody!
I'm sorry, Charlotte. I'll make sure anyone who heard doesn't say anything. Hear that green screen? Don't tell a soul. And you, tripod, if you say anything, I'll break you into little pieces. And you, lamp.
John, I get the picture. Now you can please just leave me alone.
Okay, suit yourself.
Thank you. Hello?
Hi, Charlotte. Did you get your new camera yet? Or are you going to get the old one repaired?
I'm getting a new one. It hasn't arrived yet.
Oh, that's understandable, since water damage is really hard to fix in electronics.
Wait. How did you know it was water damage?
Oops, I wasn't supposed to say anything.
Did John tell you my secret?
Well, sort of. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one he told. Since, we're best friends, he probably figured it wouldn't hurt to tell me. And besides, I was just dying to know what the secret was.
Excuse me, Caroline. John is at the door, and I have some business to attend to.
What's that look for, Charlotte?
You know exactly what this look is for. You told my secret!
Well, Caroline is the only one that I told.
Good. And it had better stay that way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to call the National Photography Talk Show. They asked me to give some insight on a specific topic today.
So, Matt, that's why I recommend buying the new. Another thing I recommend is...
Thanks, Will, but Charlotte, another Denver correspondent, just called into the program. Goodness for the mute button. Hello, Charlotte. Our topic today is water damage to cameras, and we figured you'd be the perfect correspondent for this topic, since you have so much experience in this area.
What do you mean?
Will Chatter, our other correspondent, notified us that you recently dropped your camera into the toilet.
What? Who told him this?
Let me unmute him for a moment and maybe we'll find out.
Well, John told me that the other day. You see, we were talking about new science fiction novels that I've been reading, especially one that's called...
Matt, you'll have to excuse me. Somebody is injured and I need to take them to the hospital.
I don't see anyone injured around here.
Not yet. Come here, John.
Charlotte, I'm sorry. I didn't know Will was going to tell your secret on national TV. And it's really not that bad if you think about it. I've had much worse, more embarrassing things happen to me. Really, I mean, would you not kill me if I told you one of them now and let you spread it around?
Maybe.
But now that you know it, I'm sure you won't have the urge after all to spread it around. I mean, you're a bigger person than that, aren't you, Charlotte? Charlotte! Charlotte!
Thank you for lending me this book. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So, Charlotte, the real reason I invited you over here today was to talk about something with you.
What's wrong, Caroline?
I have some bad news. I'm going to be moving back to Seattle at the end of this month.
Oh no, why so suddenly, Caroline?
Well, my mom's really sick and she needs some help, and all of my siblings have good jobs on the East Coast, so she asked me to come live with her.
Oh, but Caroline, you lived here for a year. We've become such good friends.
I know. I wish there were an alternative. But hey, my cousin from Colorado Springs has been looking for an apartment in this area, and she's coming to look at mine Thursday. We're going to have lunch at Mr. Simon's house. You can come with us.
Okay, Caroline. Well, I'll see you. So, that's why she's moving.
Gee, You must be really disappointed that Macy's not going to be living in town anymore.
Her name is Caroline, and she's bringing her cousin tomorrow to maybe take her place.
Really? I'd be interested in meeting her.
Bingo.
What?
You just gave me a great idea. I will bring you to meet Caroline's cousin tomorrow, and maybe she'll be so scared off that she'll go to Seattle and Caroline will stay here.
Charlotte, that's a ridiculous plan.
Anything's worth a shot. Promise you'll be there tomorrow?
Okay, I promise. I always like visiting Stacy's house anyway. See you then.
Charlotte! John, who invited you?
Hey, I'm sorry, Caroline. I just thought I'd bring him along so that your cousin can see what she's getting into. Why is Mr. Simon asleep?
Oh, my cousin Nancy was just talking to him. That tends to happen when she speaks.
Oh, okay. So where is Nancy anyway?
Oh, well, she keeps a very strict schedule. You were 2 minutes late, and she got flustered and had to go take a Valium.
Oh, Charlotte, thank goodness you're here. Where's Nancy? Is she gone?
No, I'm still here, and if you're all awake, I can finish our conversation on quantum mechanics.
Well, first, I'd like to introduce you to John and Charlotte.
How do you do?
Great, it's really nice to meet you. I guess we're going to be neighbors now. We can get together to have tea, we can exchange romance novels.
I don't drink tea. It has too much tannic acid, and I only read gothic fiction and classical works.
Gee, you sound like a real square.
John! Don't listen to him, Nancy. He's the real square.
Indeed. Well, it's about time for me to go to the museum, if you'll excuse me.
Gosh, Caroline, I'm not sure we're going to be quite as compatible as you and I are.
Or you and me.
Tell me about it. She's so boring. I could play recordings of her voice to help me sleep.
Oh, maybe it's not that bad, Charlotte. She's better once you get to know her.
If you can stay awake that long.
I don't know, Margot. It seems like she's pretty boring all the time.
Caroline! My name is Caroline. Wait a minute. I just got a message. Good news! My mom decided to move into a nursing home. I don't have to go back to Seattle.
Oh, what a relief. But what about Nancy?
Mr. Simon, do you have any available apartments in town?
Oh no, not for her at least.
I know. Why don't we see if she can move into the Denver Sleep Clinic?
Come in. Oh, okay. Thank goodness you're here, John. I have to call Will, so when he starts to talk too much, just start making a lot of noise and I'll say my house is being robbed.
I highly doubt that'll get him off the line. He'll probably just tell you about the time his cousin Susan was robbed.
Nevertheless, it's worth a shot. Alright, here we go. Hello, Will. This is Charlotte.
Charlotte, so good to hear from you again. It's been so long. We have so much to catch up on.
Yes, we do have a lot of orders to catch up on. So, first I need a new flashbulb.
You want the new model with the improved filament?
Yes.
Do you Do you want to get a white light instead of the yellow tinted one?
Yes.
Alright. Should I ship to normal address?
Yes.
Would you like to go on a date
Yes. Wait, what?
Oh, was that my cue?
No. John, be quiet. I think Will just asked me out on a date.
You think? What did he say?
Well, he said, will you go out on a date with me?
Charlotte, that sounds pretty much like an ask out on a date to me.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we're just not reading into it enough.
What could we possibly read into that statement? Are you going to answer it?
No, you know what? I'm just going to let it ring.
Can you translate this? I think it's written in a different language. Oh, that's so cool. Please tell me you will answer it this time. He's been calling every 5 minutes for the last 2 hours.
No, I don't want to. You know, maybe he'll forget about it after this call.
Charlotte, trust me. If you want to get any sleep tonight, answer the phone now.
All right. Whoa.
Charlotte, I've been trying to get a hold of you for hours. Where have you been?
Oh, Mr. Simon. I guess I didn't hear the phone.
Well, next time, listen more carefully.
I will. I am sorry.
Now, Charlotte, I'd like to invite you to a dinner party at my house on Saturday. Can you make it?
Oh, yes, of course. And you know what? I will keep every night open for the next 6 weeks in case you need to reschedule. All right. Thank you. Goodbye.
What was that? It must have been pretty important.
No, not really. It was just a dinner party, but this way, in case Will asks me out again, I'll have an excuse not to go. Hello?
Charlotte, finally! I tried to call you back like 24 times. Where were you?
Oh, you know, I just didn't hear my phone.
Funny, that never happens to me. Anyway, about the date. Would Friday night work for you?
Friday? Oh, well, you know, Will.
Oh, wait a minute. Friday won't work for me anymore. I just booked that with Lisa.
Who's Lisa?
She works here at Denver Photo Supply, and I asked her out before I called you. Let's see. I'm going out with Susie on Saturday, kissing on Thursday. Oh, I'm booked. I'm gonna stand for the beach. I got the YouTube movie night. Let's see, Star Trek's coming up. That's always good. You know, Charlotte, I'm gonna have to call you back in a week or so when my schedule clears up because I got so much to do right now.
Will, you take all the time you want. And more.
Hey, Charlotte, I need to see Lisa on Friday because I have to tell her about the...
Oh, looks like it was a false alarm. Will just doesn't have time for me.
Oh, that's good because it looks like there's a photography convention in a couple days. Oh wait, I forgot. You can't go. You're keeping that night open in case Mr. Simon reschedules his dinner party.
So then on Thursday, I went to the mall and bought myself a new video game console. I haven't even plugged it in or taken it even out of the box, but I could go on about it for hours.
I have no doubts that you could, Will, but I really need to get going.
You know, some people say I do talk too much. Do you think I talk too much, Charlotte? Because, I mean, I have a lot to say, and, you know, I can always throw in detail just very quickly. I mean, it doesn't take too much time, does it? I mean, I could go on and just go on for hours and hours and hours.
Will, someone's at my door.
Yesterday, someone knocked at my door, and I thought it was the mailman, but it actually turned out it was...
Come in.
Hey, Charlotte, guess what? I'm going on a date with Karen.
Karen? Oh, you mean Caroline. Wow. I can't believe she said yes to that.
I know, she must be really desperate.
That phrase kind of insults you, John.
How? It's about her. She's the one who must be desperate if she's going out with me.
Well, I think I'm going to give Caroline a call and see what's going on with all this.
Okay, well, I have to go anyway. See ya.
So that's the difference between Battlefield and Call of Duty. Wait, Charlotte, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, Will, but I really need to make a phone call to my other friend, Caroline.
Really? What's her phone number? I could call and chat with her too. You know, you really ought to get Skype.
Her number is 911.
Okay, I'll give her a call as soon as I get a chance. Bye.
Have fun with that. Hi, Caroline. So, I heard that you're going out on a date with John?
Oh, he already told you? Well, I only agreed to go out with him because I've been so bored lately. But now I want to break our date because I met this really awesome guy named Sam.
But John's really looking forward to that. You can't just break the date at the last minute and then go out with somebody else.
I think I'm going to do it anyway. Speaking of which, I have to call John to break our date now. Bye!
How mean. John, come on, cheer up.
How can I cheer up when I know that Susan is out with somebody else?
John, her name is Caroline. Look, I have a great idea. Why don't we go to the Waldberg Diner just as friends so that we don't waste a perfectly good Saturday night?
Sounds good to me. We can do that.
Charlotte, John, I didn't know you'd be here.
Oh, well, we had no idea you were coming here.
Oh yeah, my date Sam and I were just playing charades. Do you want to come?
Well, seeing as I have nothing better to do, Alice, maybe we will.
Wait, I thought your name was Carol.
It is, just... Okay, John, you go first. Here's what you have to do.
Up. First word. Up, sky, north. Okay, alright. Second word, mean. Mean, backstabber? Terrible Caroline. So North Carolina. North Carolina.
That's it.
Wait, how did you get Caroline from mean, horrible, ugly backstabber?
Oh, I have no idea how we ever would have associated those things with you.
What do you mean? It's obvious. You're mad at her because she stabbed me in the back.
You know, you could be a little more subtle.
Why? It's true. She canceled her date with me last minute so that she could go out with you.
Caroline, how could you?
Tell me that. That's a pretty low thing to do.
Okay, I get it. That was a really low thing to do. But to make it up to you, I'll go out with you next Saturday, if that will make you feel better.
But we have a date next Saturday.
Oh, why don't you come too? We can play charades. It sure made me feel better.
Well, Charlotte, I have some bad news for you. I'm no longer interested in that accounting job you were looking to fill.
Oh, good. Shame. What changed your mind?
Well, I'm putting all of my energies into my campaign for re-election as mayor of Waldburg.
Oh my goodness. You were elected the first year I came into town. I guess it's about time we had another election. Wow. To think I've already been living here for 4 years.
And to think that 4 years ago you were silly enough to try and run against me. But this year I have no challengers. I'm a shoo-in.
It would be more of a challenge if somebody actually ran against you.
But nobody in town wants to. I've already talked to everybody. Uh-oh. Except for you.
That's right. I'm interested. I'm going to rerun against you for the position of Mayor of Waldburg.
You know what? Good. It'll be just another chance for me to beat you.
We'll see about that. But let the campaigns begin.
Yes, indeed. Oh, hi, Charlotte.
Quick, John, give me the remote. Okay.
And now we're moving on to an inspirational story from the town of Waldburg in the Denver area. Our very own photography news correspondent Charlotte Ferris is running for mayor in that town against a highly corrupt, established regime. The leader of that tyranny is one John Adams, who has been mayor of Waldburg for nearly 4 miserable years. We ask you now to support Miss Ferris in any way possible to liberate the people of Waldburg from its oppressive dictatorship of organised crime. Thank you.
So, what do you think of that?
So you're going to turn this into a smear campaign? Well, two can play at that game. And by the way, I don't think anyone in all of Waldburg even watches that stupid show.
Well, Caroline is handing out pamphlets tomorrow, so we'll just have to see who's winning them.
Huh. Well, wait until you see the next phase of my campaign. This isn't over, Ferris. Oh, so what do you think's on Channel 5?
Hello?
Hello, eligible voter in the Waldburg election. This is a representative of the John Adams campaign. I'd like to encourage you to vote for my candidate, John Charles Adams.
Will, is this you?
Charlotte? Oh, I thought that phone number John gave me looked familiar.
So he's got you making phone calls to support him now. I should have known. So how many phone calls have you made today?
Only one. It was to someone named Mrs. Snickens. We got to talking about movies for a few hours, so I didn't get to make any more calls yet today. Actually, I did most of the talking. I mean, we talked about classic movies, sci-fi movies, all kinds of movies.
Well, in that case, I'm glad that he's got you helping him.
Now let me go through the campaign message he gave me to read, or else he won't pay me for this session. Here we go. Please consider voting for John Adams, who has led Waldburg to an era of unprecedented prosperity. His opponent, Charlotte Ferris, is vastly inexperienced. She runs a shady business on the outskirts of town, reminiscent of illegal drug trading rings. Do not vote for this gangster, and do not allow her to get into office. Instead, choose John, who agrees with the policies you support.
That's great, Will. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go print out some pamphlets of my own.
Wait a minute, Charlotte. I wanted to tell you about a new blender my sister got. It's stainless steel, has 7 buttons on the front. The first one is red.
Please consider voting for John.
Hi, Mr. Simon. What are you doing here?
I'm campaigning for John.
That's funny. I'm doing the exact same thing for Charlotte.
Oh, really? That's neat. Hey, Billy. Vote for John. Here's a pamphlet with some information.
Hi, Jill. I was hoping you'd consider voting for Charlotte. I have a pamphlet with some information.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry.
Wow, I didn't realize that Charlotte grew employment opportunities in this town by 10%.
But John has been mayor for years. He has far more experience.
Well, I hope you'll at least consider voting for Charlotte Ferris.
This is what I think of Charlotte Ferris.
Yeah, well, this is what I think of John Adams.
What's going on here?
Boo! Go back to the drug cartel where you came from.
Hi, Charlotte. The campaigning's going really well. I think you should hand out the rest of the pamphlets.
What's all the ruckus about?
Get out of here, you tyrannical dictator.
Oh, do you want to take this outside?
Yes, yes I do.
It seems that this election is dividing the town a little bit. What is that?
Outside the window? That's just the book burning I organized of all your favorite novels in protest of your campaign.
You're voting for Charlotte Ferris? That's it, you're evicted.
This is insane. Your supporters are setting fires in the streets and evicting people from their homes.
Well, I guess you didn't hear about the little scuffle at the Waldberg Diner this morning when one of your supporters broke into my campaign rally and tried to poison the food.
This is insane. We have to stop this.
You're right. You better concede the election.
No, never.
Well then, I guess we'll just have to wait until the vote is taken tomorrow, right after the debate at Mr. Simon's house. You better be there on time.
I'll be there, and you better be ready for the fight of your life.
Charlotte might cheat, so we need to watch out if she steals the ballots.
Ladies and gentlemen, the debate will start in a couple minutes. Please take your seats.
Now remember to say the questions I told you to Charlotte and me. The easy ones to me, the hard ones to her, okay?
I have them memorized.
Okay, Caroline, make sure you really focus your questions on policy. I think we have a definite advantage over John there.
Now, each of us will ask each candidate one question. Remember, Wahlberg is such a small town that one vote could change the whole election.
First question goes to Charlotte. What will you do to expand business in Wahlberg?
Well, I started my own company, so I do have some experience in that area. And I believe my experience with the inner workings of a company will help in my decisions with commercialism.
A likely story. John, now I have a question for you. Would you like a glass of water?
No, thank you.
It's very selfless of you. Charlotte, how do you account for the deficit our town has?
Well, I would link that back to John's decisions regarding the school budget.
Oh, sure, blame somebody else. Now, John, my last question is for you. Were you a good mayor?
Yes, I was.
I'll take it from here, Mr. Simon. Charlotte, what is your opinion on Proposition 19?
Oh, it would have a terrible effect on our local environment. I would resist any sort of move towards a proposition like that.
John, what do you think of the Topsoil Retaining Act that was proposed in City Council?
I didn't know there was such an act.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you fell asleep at that session.
I wasn't sleeping, I was just contemplating how bad it is.
But most of the farmers in the area support the act.
You didn't let me finish my sentence. I was going to say how bad it is not to have it.
I see. Charlotte, how would you balance the town budget?
Well, the obvious first step is to cut the school gymnasium project. Our students enjoy the large yard that is outside of the schoolhouse, so there's really no reason to build a gymnasium that's larger than the school itself.
John, you proposed that project. Can you defend it?
Yes.
The ballots have just been counted at the schoolhouse. Charlotte Ferris wins.
Charlotte, congratulations!
Thank you. I guess all our hard work paid off. I am going to have to take on the responsibilities of being a mayor, though, now.
Sure.
Hey, Charlotte, no hard feelings. I'm sure you'll make a good mayor, but I guess that leaves me out of a job now.
Well, no, not necessarily. I mean, now that I'm mayor, I don't really have time to look for that photography accountant position, so I'm gonna give this spot to you.
Hey, thanks a lot, Charlotte. Oh, and by the way, don't feel bad for beating me. That was part of my plan anyway.